Full house tonight, and we're excited to have these students up here on display. Our first combined 7th and 8th grade concert this year, which is great, and we're going to do a couple things for you together. Most of you know that last week we were at the Little League Parade, and we performed the Star Spangled Banner and the fight song, and we're going to do both of those for you tonight. And I got a full hat of raffle tickets to see who's going to conduct that fight song later, which is going to be great. I am going to conduct the Star Spangled Banner, so we're going to ask if you would stand if you're able. Gentlemen, remove your hats and join us in our national anthem.
Stand up.
That is the first time we've ever done that at the middle school concert. Thought that would be kind of a fun way to start and show you what they've been working on, and they've been working really hard for that, which is really fun. It's also it's been really nice to have the two groups work together. The 7th graders have done an amazing job this year as they have continued to learn from beginning of the year when they didn't even know how to put the instrument together. So what they've come, the achievement that they have made, the growth that they have shown in the last 6 months, 7 months is amazing. So we're going to showcase some of the other things that we've been working on, and we're going to start with a piece called Rocky Mountain Romp. if you've been at our 7th grade concerts this year, you know that we started off playing everything in unison together, and then last time we started to split the band apart and play different parts. And then now for the first time, we actually have the percussion playing lots of different things, 4, 5, 6 different instruments back there. We have so many divided parts with the flutes one place, the trumpets in 2 different parts, and trying to put all that together. This group has worked amazingly hard, and I think they are, I told them as we were playing the fight song especially, that I think they're just as good, if not better, than any 7th grade band I've had so far playing the fight song. The challenge that they have to get is now this independence to be able to play their own part without relying on other people playing it with them. So we've really been working on that independence and also working on adding in new skills as well. So the next piece we're going to do is a little slower, a little prettier, and it's in 3/4 time, which has been a big challenge for us to keep thinking about 3 instead of 4. So here is Jupiter from the Planets. That has been one of our most challenging pieces for sure, to try to keep that together. And young students especially don't like to play slow and pretty. They want to play fast and loud. So we're going to go from slow and pretty to fast and loud. And we went from counting in 4 to counting in 3, and then this one we decided we're going to count in 5. So we're really making their brains work and count different ways. So it's also fun as we start to get to play music that maybe they recognize from somewhere else. So here is 5/4 time, the Mission Impossible theme. Maybe no? Can you hear me? A little bit? Okay. So every year I try to figure out how to give some awards, and it's always challenging because I look around and go, oh, who do I give awards to? And it's a really tough thing to do, but I try to find a way to really recognize some students who stood out. And we have a few things we're going to recognize people for tonight, and I'm going to do those awards right now, and then we have one more piece with the 7th grade before the 8th grade comes up. So, if you are a parent of a band student, you've probably heard about the craziness in March that we call March Madness. And I try to have a lot of fun with that, try to do some crazy competitions, try to challenge them to get better musically. And we're going to start off by recognizing our winning team from the 7th grade. So they must have, they get to pick their own name, and this team chose to be called the Champions at the beginning of March, and here they are at the end standing as the champions. So, our winning team champions come up here: Kate Cole, Clara Kaiser, Kendra Manning, Braden Oring, Leo Ott, and Quentin Steib. Come up here.
All right, congratulations to our
Clara said she felt like an Olympian getting her medal right there, so that's the goal. Next up, we did have a tournament that went on the whole time, and I do think it's really important for these students to know that sometimes in life we're going to lose, and sometimes in life we're going to win, and it's important to know how to do both of those things. And sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days, and this was a single elimination tournament where I got to be the judge and decide who was playing it better. And I really like how this challenges as many of them to practice a little bit harder, to practice a little bit more, and step up and learn some new things. So our tournament champion for 7th grade this year is Mr. Zachary Fryer. All right. Before I got here in 2010, Mr. Shepard was the band director here for 34 years, and I actually got to student teach with him in 2004, which is great. And when he retired in 2010, the community set up a scholarship in his name that would be used for students to further their music education. And we have one award recipient here tonight in the 7th grade group. And I would like to recognize Mr. Leo Ott for winning our Shepherd Scholarship this year. All right. The next award is for a student who I think just brings a lot of energy to our class. This 7th grade group has been a blast all year. I'd come home and tell my wife, like, 7th grade is just so much fun. They're brand new beginners. They're learning how to play. We were doing things a little different this year. I was trying to change the way I was teaching it, and they were just picking it up so well. We were having fun, learning new songs. And this is a student who I just thought brought a ton of energy, would just kind of fill the room with that energy. And so our most spirited award is going to go to Mr. Cooper Essex. All right, and our last award right here is a Director's Award. This award is given all over the country It is an award given to a band student who just goes above and beyond, a person who does extra things, who practices, makes sure they know their part, who helps the people around them, who cares about how they sound and how their section sounds, tries to make them better, tries to make us better. This young lady actually always worked hard to make herself better. Always would come in with a new song that she'd been working on or something else, and just really enjoyed playing that flute and making those around her better. So our Director's Award this year goes to Sophia Kesh. All right, and with that, our 7th grade is going to play their final piece, and then we'll bring the 8th grade up here. Here is the 50s style At the Hop.
play cat. Monkey. Monkey. Monkey.
All right, this is the 8th grade band. They've got 3 pieces for you, and they're going to start off with the fight song. The hardest part of the concert for me tonight was to keep a straight face, they said, when I said that we're playing the fight song. So, they've been excited to rickroll you for a while now. This 8th grade group has been a lot of fun. Many of you know that they went and got straight ones at festival this year, which was awesome for the 8th grade group to do that. And they have just grown and improved so much. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of it. We're really trying to add musicality, and even with Rick Astley, we can do some quiet dynamics and do a crescendo in there, and it's fun to have them add those musical things in as we're growing and learning. So we have a couple more pieces for you. The next one, we're going to travel all the way around the world. I believe there's 17 different countries we're going to visit, and we're just going to visit them for about 4 measures at a time. So see if you can grab what country we're in or maybe what the song is. Here is Around the World in 80 Measures. Maybe now? Or that's better. Okay. So, first of all, I need to recognize some students who are doing solo ensemble. And normally solo ensemble would be in December. We would recognize them at our December concert for how they did. And this year, solo ensemble isn't until this Saturday. So we have a number of students We have some 7th graders, and we have a number of 8th graders who are going. If you're going to solo ensemble this Saturday, you've been working on a solo or a duet, would you please stand up, or a trio, sorry. Let's wish them some luck this weekend. All right, thank you. They've been working hard, and they will go play for a judge on Saturday in Midland. It's going to be great. Next up, I am going to recognize our 8th grade March Madness winners. So the team that was our most victorious March Madness in 8th grade would be the AAA Batteries. AAA Batteries, come on up here. Addie Avram, Amanda Dory, Isaiah Field, Logan Hart, Paige Kazmarek, and Elena Woollard. In our March Madness tournament, it was pretty epic this year. So in 7th grade for these guys, they had 2 separate band classes, and our 2 winners from last year, Evan and Teddy, faced off in the championship this year, which means that I guess last year wasn't a fluke. I set up the bracket so they could face each other in the championship if it happened. So our winner, our 2-time champion now, Mr. Evan Miller. I have a couple of awards that I call a dedicated musician award, and I'm actually going to give this, I normally would give it to 1, but I'm giving it to 2 people this year. And it is 2 people who, they both work really hard on their instruments. They work really hard to do solo ensemble. They both have done that the last couple of years. They try to make themselves better. They try to make the section better. They try to make the band better. They also just really enjoy life and enjoy being in class, and just bring a positive energy to the band. So our dedicated musician awards are going to go to Addie Avram and Ella Mae Clough. The next award I have is an Outstanding Musician Award, and this goes to a person who has done a great job not only making themselves better, but helping the people around them. And I think this person especially takes the time to make sure the people around them are doing what they're supposed to be doing, but helping them understand it, and not in a mean, condescending way, but in a kind, helpful way, while also working hard to know his own solo and ensemble music, learning his own music. So our Outstanding Musician Award goes to Mr. Grady Franklin. All right, and again, we do a Director's Award for 8th grade as well. And this again goes to a student who kind of goes above and beyond. Again, I think they bring a lot of spirit and energy to our group. They help make our group what it is. This person works hard for solo ensemble, make sure they know their parts on their instrument in class, make sure that they're doing their part to help us be better, and really care to make us sound as good as we can. So our Director's Award for Outstanding Work this year is Mr. Isaiah Phillips. also like to recognize, she's standing backstage, and I don't know if she wants to come out here or not. She might not want to, but Miss Katie Jessup, she was a student of mine. She graduated in 2011. And she has been working with our bands in various capacities for the past 8 years. Eight years or so, maybe 9 years. And this year, I begged Mrs. Chesla and Mr. Carrie and said, if we got 45 beginner 7th graders in one class with a bunch of different instruments, I need some help in there. It's just me. You wouldn't take 50 7th graders and one football coach and say, go figure it out. So, even though I love to do it, I just said it's going to be better for the kids to have some more help. And she came in day after day, and we would have her work with small sections, groups of kids, or maybe just one kid at a time from time to time, to just help them understand how to read music so they didn't get lost. Because that's what I didn't want, for them to just get lost in the middle of class and not know where to go. And we've talked many times, it's not like math class where you can say, everybody just work on your problem and we'll come around and see if you need help. It just doesn't work in my room because it gets way too loud. So it's so nice to have her coming in and helping out. She's helped out with the 8th grade as well, with the percussion a lot, and so much with the high school as well. So thank you, Ms. Jessup. All right, I'll stop talking because I know I do it too much, and we will go on with our last 8th grade piece, and then we'll move on to the grand finale. So, the 8th grade, one of the things I let them do in 8th grade is I let them suggest some pieces to me, because as they get good enough, they start to be able to play pieces that they can recognize and that they want to play. So they wanted to play Never Gonna Give You Up, and then one of the things they suggested was Star Wars. This is definitely the most challenging piece I think I've ever given them, and we've had fun learning it and had a lot of challenge with it as well. So here is Star Wars from The Rise of Skywalker. right, here we go. The moment you've been waiting for, or dreading, I'm not sure, but this is exciting. We did this for the first time, I'm not sure, 8 or 9 years ago, and so this will be a fun way to finish out our concert. 7th grade, come in wherever you want, come over here on the side. And we have had all kinds of people up here conducting the fight song. We have had little kids, we have had grandparents, and everybody in between. No experience necessary. It's just going to be fun. So, I got a big thank you to Ava and Carrie who sold the tickets at the door, and thank you, ladies. And they assured me they stirred everything up in here because I tried to, but it's too full, and they just started coming out. So, Tristan, you're going to pick the lucky winner. Okay. Now, this is not a monetary prize. It's better than money. You get to come up here on stage. So, our winner, if you have your ticket there, it's 392911. Do we have a winner somewhere? I know some of the students up here bought tickets. No? We got one? All right. Love it. Love it. All right, we got our volunteer here. You want to speak into the mic here? What's your name? Elliot. Do you know anyone in this band up here? His sister! Elliot, have you ever conducted a band before? This is going to be your first time? It's going to be amazing. All right. So we're going to ask you guys to stand and join us in our fight song.
All right, stand up, Ellie.
As Elliot conducts for his first ever attempt.